7 of you. Welcome to the program. Of course, we're going to have viewers coming in from other locations all around social media. Keystone Prime on all the social media channels. It's going to be X, YouTube, and Twitch at Keystone Prime. Facebook at KPWX_media. Weatherwise, get the radar in the Weatherwise app, weatherwise.app. It's available for PC, iOS, and featuring the Foliage Report live in the dashboard. TheFoliageReport.com, of course, also sponsor of this stream. 1 bar of cellular service on any major carrier, you will have data. In most cases, you're going to have sufficient and wonderful BR1 Max routers, and those have been placed into service in the entire fleet. So sad to say, Truck 2 is going to be down for a tiny bit. I would caution anybody to steer away from HID bi-xenon headlights, by the way. That's what they did before we invented LED. So, kind of stay away from that. Stay away from that. Very, very expensive problem. So, we're out today doing the Foliage Drive. We're currently on I-79 North in West Central Pennsylvania. We're passing by Grove City right now. Grove City in Mercer County. It's Grove City County Airport right there. Off to our left, we just saw an airplane taking off very low. You caught that on the stream. And we're currently doing a little bit of a drive. We're probing the area. Fall foliage. Of course, today in the truck with me, I have the CEO of Welcome Home Property Management, Brad Horlick. We're kind of going north. We're going to be talking a little bit about products, talking a little bit about opportunities and what the company can do for you around your home there. Anybody in the Butler County area, Cranberry, Butler Township, even northern Allegheny. Depending on the job, go as far south as City of Pittsburgh. Retaining walls, permanent outdoor lighting fixtures, leaf collection, landscaping, hardscaping, whatever you want to do, you can get it done. Seen much on the foliage front so far on the stream as we've been going. Looks like a little bit of low color here and there. However, I can tell you that in the higher elevations further to the east, we were chasing New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania about 3 days ago. And the color is really starting to pop up that way. Coming out of the Lehigh Tunnel, it's an explosion of color all around. To be getting into moderate color in those regions here pretty quickly. I've been having a lot of submissions sent into the Foliage Report by all of our supporters and our field correspondents. A little update on the field correspondence of what we're going to be doing here pretty soon. Florida's Cam Kezar, she's going to be traveling to New Jersey. She's going to be bringing fall foliage updates from New Jersey. My guess is late this week into next weekend. Rosie V from Columbiana County, Ohio is going to be checking in around the Warren. Paige Berdamas, she's going to be taking a little bit of time off here in a couple of days. Wishing her the best there, a speedy recovery to what's been going on with her situation. She's going to be going in for a little bit of surgery to try to get some problems fixed, and she'll be back before you know it. And Thomas Nepshield, our wandering hiking friend Thomas Nepshield, is currently on vacation, but he will be sending in sporadic hits and photos and videos from Germany and all over Western and Eastern Europe from the looks of it in the coming weeks and months. So we're getting ready to curve our way onto I-80 westbound. We're actually headed coming up very, very shortly. So I want to kind of clear things to the back and give about a 15-second to 20-second spacer before we get into an interview. Just an opportunity to get under this bridge in case there's a blip with the Starlink. If you guys see any blips or problems with the stream, please put them in the comments. I can now see your comments across all platforms that we stream on right here on my dashboard. Status monitor is running full time, but the status monitor doesn't tell you the whole picture. So if we have any blips, any freezes or dropouts, or any issues with the audio, go ahead and let me know, and we'll see how we can correct those as we go. So just wanted to clear this underpass and let these people try to wreck each other before we get started. So as I mentioned before, we're in the truck. We are currently in truck 1 headed westbound. We're with CEO Bradley Horlick from Welcome Home Property Management. To welcome you to the program today. Some time, over a year now, with car repairs and things like that at the company, you know, what you do, where we're based and everything else.
Yeah, so started the company in 2019 after working for numerous other
especially people that commercial properties are. You have to get a different contractor to mow the grass, to remove the snow, to remove the leaves, to fix the roof, to do electrical, to clean the floors, do what have you. That's more of a project manager type of deal for something like a shopping mall or a hospital, something like that. And some homes themselves, especially in the southern areas of Butler County and northern areas of Allegheny County, are almost big enough to be facilities themselves. Welcome Home is one place you can go to get everything done. So we've been looking at a couple of things here lately. I understand one of the new products out there, one of the new products that's been going on that Welcome Home has gotten involved with has been forever lighting, outdoor lighting.
Seasonal displays for residential and commercial customers. This is a new product from our vendor, Holiday Drive. It is called Forever Lighting. And what they're trying to do is make it easier for consumers, whether they be residential or commercial, that they have a full 365-day use of permanent outdoor lighting, whether it's for one season or multiple seasons or holiday or celebration or theme. They want to make it that the customer does not have to do a one-time setup of Christmas lightings, as they call in the general setting, that they have all seasons that they can do lighting.
And I've seen this product. I've actually gotten my hands on this product and seen it in action. We're talking about lighting that just affixes to the actual facade or the soffits of homes and businesses. It is adaptable between residential and commercial and does have 365-day-a-year usage. It can be used as security lighting, perimeter lighting. It can be used as basically as advertising. You can put it in the color scheme of your business if you have a business. And I know that those colors, one of the things I've noticed about it is that with the control app, it's all app controlled, you can change the colors on all of the lighting to be spot on match to any color you want it to be. And when you get into Christmas lighting, the soft white Christmas lighting, that type of thing, you can actually make that lighting match. It's when you go to white, it's not just one color of white. It's not an extremely bright, extremely cool form of lighting like, say, flood lighting or security lighting in the traditional sense would have been. You can actually match it to your Christmas lights. You can dim the brightness. You can make it match everything that goes through your yard when you have them in your traditional Christmas lighting in your bushes, your trees, and down your driveway, things like that. I really did see that feature, like that feature. If you could, we could say something about the differences between some of the things that are already on the market and these that are actually new to the market. What would you say about that?
So with this product, it's not nothing truly new on the market. However, there's multiple variations of this product, and through years of research of this product, I believe we found a easy DIY consumer-based control of this product from the app.
Yeah, I've seen some of the other products, and you yourself, I've seen products from other manufacturers at the shop, and we've noticed that there's some things that are much lacking about the other products. There was one product that was from a company out west that never really got off the ground. It got hit with a huge push. We're going to launch this, but it was extremely complicated. It was not user-friendly on the end user end. We've seen the stuff from extremely cheap and questionable manufacturers that import things and that people have been putting on their houses. And I can't tell you, it boggles my mind when I see people put You know, it's not $5, but it's cheap, and they want to put a couple $100 on a $2 million house, you know, and it winds up looking like if you went to a 5-star restaurant and they brought your food to the table on paper plates, you know, double-sided tape, color like silicone sealant, like potted sealant running down the side of an expensive home, stuff with intermittent electrical fires. You know, you can't trust the quality of some of these things, but Forever Lighting, I understand, comes with a full lifetime warranty, and they stand behind their products. Things are UL listed, they're tested. You know, these aren't slouchy products, correct?
That is 100% correct. And in terms of the product use, I like to use the term that I can stand on this product and stand behind it and in front of it. This product is going to be installed in my personal house just because I believe in it. Through years of trying to get out myself and put holiday lighting on my house during the cool winter months, this just alleviates it, where it goes up in warm weather and it will stay up there until it comes down in forces of nature.
I understand that. It's, you know, I've seen the literature on the product. I've seen a bunch going on with that. Now, these just sound like good, solid products, and I understand that's what you try to do with the company. Is you don't want to sell somebody something that you're going to have to come back in 6 months and rip off of their house and put new stuff up because it failed. You know, some contractors will do literally anything that a client asks, even if the client doesn't understand that what they're asking is going to cause them a headache in the future. We like to try at Welcome Home Property Management to make sure they don't have headaches down the line.
Yep, that is correct, 100%.
Well,
Most of these products that we are introducing into our current market, they are backed with commercial grade warranties. They are residential and commercial grade warranties. I like to say that you can put cheap money into your house and get cheap results, or you can put good money into your house and get great money out of your house. No matter what product you're installing, we're explaining to the customer that this is what the product is warranted for. And this one doesn't know that we won't put anything that a customer asks on their house, except when we don't believe in the product ourselves.
well, that sounds excellent. I mean, you know, beyond this lighting, you know, I've actually worked with you in the field, doing estimates and speaking with customers and clients, and actually installing certain products and building everything else that we've done over the past year and a half or so. And you know, I know the way you are about products and quality. You know, we've had certain things occur where clients entrusted other companies that didn't have that quality control, that didn't have that belief system in place, and you know, it winds up in a headache not just for the client when people go cheap or people try to cut corners, especially contractors that come before us try to cut corners. You know, it's not just a headache for the homeowner, it's a headache for us too, because you got to come in and correct somebody's, I'm not even going to say mistake, I'm going to say negligence. To come in and say, oh, well, of course this failed, it was done improperly, or old materials were used, you know, that type of thing. So I know that quality work gets done here, and we're just now getting into the fall season. Of course, we've got a couple things going on with the fall season. We're all getting ready for winter. know that Welcome Home offers winter services, various forms of service, snow removal. We will consult with homeowners to let them know, hey, we're going to do an inspection of your home. If they need an inspection to make sure that they're ready for winter. Well, we have problems with the heat pump won't keep up during the winter time, and you stand down in the driveway and look, it's like, well, your soffit vents fell out. You've got open airflow going through your home. That's why you're unable to maintain heat. You can point things out like that to people beforehand. This is one of the services offered. But also with the fall season, how are we looking going into the fall season as far as leaf removal? Is that a service that I understand does quite a bit of business?
Yes, coming into the fall months, we're getting into tornado season as well, with storm damage and whatnot. We will respond out 24 hours a day for any storm damage to a customer's house or property, whether it's exterior damage that is to their house or to their property itself, with trees being down or leaves that clog gutters or downspouts. We will come out to a customer's property and take care of it. If it's something that we can do, we will definitely do for the customer.
All sounds great. Having you and having the company on the program, having been, had tie-ins with the company on the program in the past, is not something that I take lightly. I'm not going to put products on the program or services or companies on the program that I don't believe in the quality. That's how you lose face pretty quickly in a public-facing position like this. So I definitely appreciate you coming on. I think that our products that are offered by the company are the best products, and the services offered are competent and truly in the best interest of the homeowner or business owner, should they decide to use Welcome Home Property Management. I thank you for coming on the program. And ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching on your mobile device or at home, we're going to be continuing the fall drive stream here across all platforms for the next little while, and we'll be out in the field through the day. Mr. Horlick will be here throughout the day as well to answer any questions you might have about services or products with Welcome Home Property Management, Butler, Pennsylvania. Welcome Home Property Management, 412-716-2108. And we have a new phone number for you as well. We'll be getting that to you as soon as rest assured. Totally locally based there to Butler, Pennsylvania. Not a big city company from Pittsburgh that's going to put you on the back burner. Yeah, you have our attention. You have the phone numbers. Old school. Just go ahead, call up. Someone's going to answer. We'll get you taken care of there. Welcome Home Property Management. Once again, it's 412-716-2108. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we will be right back in a few minutes with the drive stream here on the channel Keystone Prime. I am out in the woods awaiting the arrival of fall with one of my multiple custom equipped storm chasing vehicles. I've been struggling for a solution for data because these are very data heavy applications. You're always streaming, you're always throwing out your live video, you're uploading your video for your news media services. You're getting data in for your radar data, your location data. You need data. Data is the name of the game. Now, like a lot of you, I've been using one of these guys. Unmatched, high speed, satellite internet. Starlink, great tool. However, It doesn't work when there's clouds overhead. It doesn't work when there's trees overhead. You're in the woods, there's obstructions. And what do you need to bridge that gap? You need cellular and a failover. Luckily for you, I have the perfect answer right here. That is a PepLink device. A lot of you may know what a PepLink device is. It aggregates the major cellular networks, red, orange, purple, and crams them all together and gets your signal out. However, PepLinks are expensive if you know anything about them, and so is the individual service plans you have to outfit the unit with. Not the case with our pals at Mobile Must-Haves. Mobile Must-Haves takes all of the work out of it for you and gets you an affordable price for every cellular network in the box, combo as a backup to your Starlink or a good primary source for your stream. They will get you the RoamLink Connect router. That's this little guy right here, and it will do everything you need it to do without you having to do anything. It's aimed at the consumer, takes out all of the complicated technical bits, and gives you one low monthly price for all 3 services, and includes the router. You don't even have to pay for the PepLink. It comes with the service. So visit our friends Mobile Must-Haves, mobilemusthave.com. And until next time, I'm Beating Barry, Keystone Prime, and I thank you for watching.